Hey, what's going on, you guys? Well, you guys to the channel. It's your boy Big Dog back with another one take review. There we got one for Black Clover, episode 114. These are the episodes of Black Clover I really like. Where you can tell like it's chaos and a lot of things are going on. Heroes just on whooping everybody because it seems like in this episode everybody's in like a very tough situation. Even for a moment. At first, like he was kind of like, yeah, I'm like, okay, it's like he's mastering everything in such a crazy rate, like it's insane. But I'm gonna start with the beginning of the episode because the episode started off with like Fauna and Noelle going at it, which I pretty much kind of like expect from Noelle because like she's gotten a lot stronger and she said like her armored Valkyrie mode is actually faster than Fauna. She's more mobile and agile than Fauna, so like that's why she's able to like get some attacks going quick and like she feel like, hey, I'm not holding back this time because this isn't the fauna from the Diamond Kingdom that I know. This is just like full on fauna the hateful. So like I can pretty much go all out, and that's what she does with Sea Dragon Roar, and like she nails them, like takes the whole top part of her body off. Fauna comes back, boobs out, but she got some flames over it and stuff. A little bit comedic moment and stuff like that. But she's Fauna tells her like, hey, the reason we're able to use some of these forbidden spells because like we made like kind of like they made a deal. They basically made like a deal with the devil so they can use some of these forbidden spells. And she tell her like, I pretty much we got tired of dying. You know, they don't want to die no more. Which is definitely plays a part in what happens later on in this episode. We also have Real versus Asta and Mimosa. They are trying to like do their best, but like it just he's drawing a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's drawing so much they can barely keep up with it, and everything is going. You know, they're not too worried because you have the you have Asta there. And, he's slicing through and dicing through everything. He's not really able to go Black Asta right now, which I think is good for him not to because I don't think that should be like his saving grace every time. Every time he fights, I think he should. You know what I'm saying? He built himself off fighting without Black Austin. You know what I'm saying? So I think I like that. And the fact that the way he used like Mimosa, he's like, hey, tie yourself around me. You get some wings, and we'll go like that. And it's kind of like substitute for Black Austin. I think it was very smart of Austin. And like crazy as the guy is, he's definitely smart about. Ends up showing up, of course, defeating the elves when he pops up, and Charm is so happy to see him, and like she feeds him, he recovers his magic, and he goes into the Dark Palace, but the Shadow Palace, and then he goes through. They get separated, and Charming lands. Well, this is probably my favorite part of the episode. Where Charming lands with Asta and Mimosa, and like she's trying to feed Rio, even though he's an enemy. He's just like Charming. Charming kind of like they got this like Sanjiness about her, and like she has to feed people regardless. And even though the fact that she feed this guy recovering his magic is definitely like some Goku giving Sailor Senzu bean type stuff. Like, brother, what is you doing? This is what are you doing? But him knocking away the food and wasting it, and also not blowing her away. And then we get to learn more about Charmy. The fact that Charmy is actually a dwarf mixed with a human, and we find out that like dwarves, you know what I'm saying, are different other species. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised now that we have dwarfs and elves introduced, and as well as humans. I wouldn't be surprised if we introduce goblins later on in this in the series. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, this is a different thing. It's the fact that now Charmika has like two attributes, because usually it was like cotton. So now she's eating all. I mean, the fact when you saw the wolf come out of the wolf in sheep's clothing, like that's genius how they did that. I like how they did that. And she got taller, her hair go up, she's going, you know what I'm saying, Super Saiyan or whatever. Like that was really dope to me. And the fact she get a power boost from what the wolf eats now. Like the magic she consumes, and then as she's getting more powerful and it makes her stronger physically was really dope. And now she's taking it to real and tell Asta to go on about his business and like go help the others, because I think she pretty much got this in a bag. Because even when our grimoire changed, you knew like, oh, this is different. And like the wolf was like, can I come out now? It kind of reminded me, I'm steady throwing comparisons, but like this is just the vibe the show gave me. Kind of reminded me of like Karama, Naruto, like the vibe is like the way he talked to her, like, hey, can I come out now? Like, can I, you know what I'm saying? Let's do this together, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that he just kind of been with her the whole time is kind of like it's not like that same. It's not the same dynamic whatsoever. This is just like, hey, this is a person that's been with me and has always been for me. You know what I'm saying? And then we get to the final thing, which was going up against Rhea, Ronnie, and Patrick. He has the last magic stone that they need, and he's dodging the Lich's attacks, which is like, okay, I get that he can do this, but let's not make him to where like he's too strong, because let's not forget the Wizard King lost to Patrick, and I don't want them to like make seem like, oh, he's already like, granted he's stronger and he's developed, but like I kind of like, and like it just seemed like, oh my God, I can't do nothing about this. That's what kind of painted the other elves to look like. And granted, I like character, but like, I'm like, hey, slow down on the hype now. You know what I'm saying? Slow down now. Like let it seem earned, because it's like every time we see him, like the guy just gets stronger. Goes away for 2 days and it's like he comes back like, oh, he can do this now. Okay, like, you know what I'm saying? So I need him like slow down on that. Nonetheless, Ronnie, a guy who's able to he just does what he needs to do. I feel like I skipped a part with the guy from the Golden Dawns, the blonde haired dude. Like he was able to Asta and Mimosa found him, and that's when Mimosa told Asta that was there, but like we don't know who defeated him. That's the only thing. That's the one thing that I'm worried about. Well, I'm not worried about, but I'm concerned about. Maybe it was Jack, considering the fact that Jack now showed up to help Noelle, which Jack and Noelle versus Fauna definitely seeing like something that they have a very good chance of winning. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Fauna by herself was going to end up beating Noelle, but now that Jack's there, a Roy Knight's captain, they probably missed. Like the table's definitely been turned on Fauna. But back to the ending. When Ronnie snatches the necklace from because like he's able to, I don't know if he's able to make people move where he wants them to, or what the whole deal was with his power. I'm still kind of iffy on it. Nonetheless, he grabs it, and Rhea says, hey, let's make things right. He's like, yeah. And then Rhea looks at him like, I can tell when somebody's lying. Why did you say that as a lie? Like, you're not Ronnie. And a hole appears in Rhea's stomach. Listen, Rhea has to be one of the strongest elves. If you're probably ranking the elves, it's probably, Lich, Patrick, Rhea, Fauna, and Veto. They're probably the strongest elves just based off how the standards of things go. And so the fact that he kind of like one-shotted, we never saw him move. I don't know who this guy is, but from the looks of the preview, looks like he grows horns and the whole body engulfed in blackness. So he has to be a demon, and apparently he's behind all of this. And so I think next week questions are going to be answered. Because the way this episode ended, when he didn't make that creepy smile, and you see, you look into his mouth and you basically just see darkness. So I think next week, once this thing gets started, once next week's episode starts, it's going to get some questions answered. But boy, I do not think the elves, I'm thinking we might end up having to see a team up by the end of this, okay? Like it's finna get real. It's finna get real. I super, super love the end of this episode, because I wasn't expecting, I didn't know Ronnie. I thought it would have been somebody else prominent. You know what I'm saying? We don't know Ronnie. His name's Ronnie. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see next week's episode, man. You guys let me know what you thought about this one down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I catch up with you guys later. Peace.